Hello, welcome to Animes, another weekly roundup of AmiAmi figure pre-orders. It's the 3rd to the 8th of February 2025. If you can comment, like, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here, links for the figures will be in the description down below as I get straight on into the figures that have been up for pre-order this week. Killer Kill 1/7 scale by Aniplex, 79,000 yen. Very expensive, but is definitely a beloved anime. Pretty much you don't get lots of figures released for them these days. I think the most recent one before was Pop-Up Parade, if I remember correctly, last year. This one looks very good, very nice looking figure. Aniplex do a really good job anyways. I'm glad it's not a store exclusive, which they generally tend to do sometimes. And there could be a bonus on the website actually, which makes it that you might only get from their own website, so you might want to check that out actually. But on AmiAmi, yeah, it looks really good. I like the whole vibe we got going on here. Very nicely painted. 79,000 yen is a lot though for a 1/7. It's kind of 3 figures though in one, if you think about it. And it's single shipment, so you gotta take that as an extra expense, unfortunately. But very good looking figure overall. I think if you want a centerpiece for Killer Kill in your collection, this is probably the best one out there. Azure Lane, Friedrich Carl by AmiAmi. So 1/6 scale for 22,770 yen. January 2026 release. Killer Kill was released September 2026. So you got way over a year. You got like a year and a half for this. So you got plenty of time to save up at least 79,000 yen for it. Anyway, Friedrich Carl, 1/6 scale. Looks like I thought there would have been a quarter scale of this normally, but I guess my ethos haven't got around to doing that yet. But yeah, she looks really good. I obviously like the whole sort of casual wear, you know, with her well-endowed chest up on display there. And the leggings is very nice looking, very alluring, very nice looking figure. Like a lot of the other laying down Azure Lane figures, they've all been like exquisite in terms of their detailing and obviously the allure that they give off. So very good looking figure. I think 23,000 yen is perfectly fine for this figure of Azure Lane. Molly's Changing Clothes Time Competition Swimsuit version quarter scale by Abaloo Design for 19,800 yen. March 2026, so you got over a year, 13 months. So Abaloo have done a couple of quarter scales before, which are being released. I think the first wave is this month actually. Next month. And they've done a couple of different redesigns. They're all Molly, but they've got like a nurse, a priestess, a cat suit woman, I think, basically. And then there's this one. They were saying they were going to do like a body swap for the centerpiece, which would have been cast off, but I haven't seen that for this specific figure. The only one I'm aware of is the nurse, which has the body swap option. And those ones, the first ones were about 16,000 yen, so they've seemed to have upped the price a little bit. And this one being single shipment is a bit worrying because the other ones weren't. So that might be a bit of something worrying to be put off, unfortunately, with this one. And it probably means she's probably 42 centimeters on the height. So these are all CG renders then, actually, looking like, although the lighting makes it look like it's an actual physically painted picture, but they're not showing the base. So that's a bit worrying that we don't know what the base is like. Apart from that, she looks pretty nice. Potentially worth getting hold of if you're really massive into quarter scales like I am. And then in another quarter scale, Kurumi Tokisaki, the bare leg version for 30,800 yen by Freeing, July 2025. It's only a few months away. It's the bare leg version of her. The original one I'm from aware of people quite enjoyed. And obviously Kurosaki, she's a very up there waifu in terms of tier list, so definitely a lot of people like that. And obviously she's got pretty good highlights as well. See it in the black suit, so it's not your bog standard black suit where these are reflections. I think these are actual shading, the lighter parts here, like on the bosom area. So yeah, looks pretty good overall. If you missed out on the first one, then definitely get the bare leg one. Personal taste, whether you like bare leg or not. And we've got Azure Lane Taco, Good Smile Art Shanghai, 22,700 yen, 1/7 scale, December 2025. This one, from one where I've had multiple chest options. So you got her normally here. So she's a very dynamic looking figure. Looks like she's obviously ready to draw her weapon and slice some people up. But yeah, it looks like she got an alternative chest plate here, which shows obviously some actual guards or covers for the Opie. Whether they're removable, it doesn't mention this product being cast off, so I would expect that just to be a body swap, most likely, just a chest swap for that. There probably will be some people who will try to force cast this off in the future, so maybe keep an eye on MFC for that. She looks really good overall though, dynamic, everything looks good, and for the prices, definitely worth getting a hold of. And then we've got another Azulane, quite an Azulane packed week. Hermione Dawn's Oath Virgin 6th by Magi Arts, 29,100 yen. So wedding dress figure, looks pretty good, like the veil. Pretty bog standard wedding dress really, or sort of princess dress. Sitting on a stone. Stone base looks pretty good as well. Definitely better than just having a standing or sitting on a bog standard stool. So yeah, nice looking figure overall, not too bad, with a reasonable amount of shading. 30,000 yen is a bit on the more expensive side, but she is 1/6. Love Live, Niji Sanji High School Idol Club Emma Verde, 1/7 by Plum for 21,500 yen. June 2025. She looks fine. Don't really follow Niji Sanji, so I don't know how well they are in terms of their figure releases, or if this is accurate to the design. Looks really good, clean. The pattern work on the skirt looks very nicely clean and accurate at least. So I think for the price, looks pretty good. If you like this design, then definitely get it. GGG Gundam Guys Generation Mobile Fighter G, Domon Ashu by Mega House, 17,760 yen, June 2025. So a very rare male character that we get this time. Cloak looks really good. Stance looks very nice. The definition is muscles in the clothes. Sculpting looks nicely detailed. I think for the price, sub 20,000 yen, definitely worth getting a hold of. And it's Mega House, so it's going to be really nicely quality-wise anyways. So definitely worth getting a hold of if you're big into Gundam. Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Nagito by Algernon Product. Never heard of these. 19,170 yen. And this is a reproduction from what I'm aware of. Either that or they've already received another one where yeah, because there's more buying options. So it's either discounted or they've got, I don't know. This is where I've not seen this before. Can I open that? What does this do? It's probably the exact same. Yep, add to cart. So he's available already at 23,000 yen, but you can pre-order him. So I'm guessing this is a reproduction already. They'd normally mention it down here in the description if it's a reproduction. So if you want to save a bit of money, you can get a re-release of him pre-order, February 2025. Sword Art or Toria. Eyes Waltenstein 1/7 by Kotobukiya, 16,720 yen. This one is definitely a reproduction, and it does mention it here. It's a reproduction. 16,720 yen. Very nice price. August 2025, and it's one of the rarer figures that we get from dungeon, trying to pick up girls in a dungeon. So yeah, she looks good. Like the crystal work, the water effect is very nice. And she looks perfectly fine. Not detailed enough, especially for the price. Very good looking figure of her as well. Nendroid for Shoujo Zentreya, Good Smile Company, 7,920 yen, August 2025. It's a bit on the more expensive side. Fortunately, Nendroid figures obviously gone up in price, but I'd expect for that price to have a lot of extra accessories. So let's have a look. So you've got a couple of faceplates, which you normally get as standard. Looks like you get a sword, which can have in different positions, so that would mean a couple of hand options as well. And you get this little demon mascot thing as well, which I think is to do with it. I've not really watched her streams, but yeah, she's a very popular VTuber. Yeah, she looks really good overall. Very nice Nendroid. I think definitely a lot of people will really enjoy getting this one. You don't get tons of accessories, unfortunately. It looks like the sword, couple hand options, couple face plates, and that's it really. So, and obviously this little mascot thing. So yeah, nothing extravagant, unfortunately. Yeah, I think they call it Gecko. Yeah, Gecko I think is what they call it. So yeah, it's fine overall. If you're big into VTubers, you'll be buying this one anyways. Bunny Garden Mayuka, quarter scale by Freeing, 39,600 yen, October 2025. Not a boring bunny suit this time. It's the more of your actual casino style aesthetic with this one. I've not heard of Bunny Garden, so I'll actually have to look them up to see whatever, because I think there's going to be a few others based on the same series. If it's an anime or if it's an actual like Bunny Suit Planning is an art, like an actual series by an artist. So it looks really good overall. I like the legs, like the blue. Blue's really nice. The shading looks really good on here. Hair's pretty simple with some blue highlights. Looks fine. So yeah, very nice looking quarter scale, especially if you're going for a casino look. We'll just have to keep an eye out to see how these come out in the future. No stockings, unfortunately, but I think they're going to the source art where there isn't stockings. Some of the other girls might have stockings, so we'll just have to wait and see. We got Lila Desirous swimsuit version 1/7 by Proof, 20,570 yen, June 2025. So looks pretty good. So just over 20,000 yen. Yeah, like the base. Base is a good, nice touch. Hair over the place, nicely sculpted, reasonably shaded as well. The suit is pretty clean with a good amount of shading. Body sculpt looks pretty good. So it looks like she has some gloves, or that's transformation, I guess, with her. Don't know, I've not played the game. But yeah, she looks really good overall, I think. Not bad for 20,000 yen. And then we've got also Claudia Valentes as well for 20,570 yen. So another beach themed figure. Bit more in the water effects here. Those aren't a bad way of doing the water effects than this one, I would say. With the water foaming at the top, yeah, it's not too bad. Her just kicking it. At least she's in some nice outfit, and the rubber ring that she's got is pretty good as well. Very nicely detailed. A lot of these manufacturers seem to do the rubber rings really well, to be honest. So the flotation rings, so yeah, very nice looking figure as well. Sarah designed by Mignon 1/7, manufacturer AmiAmi for 28,600 yen, September 2025. A very sexy Maid this figure this time. So yeah, I love this look. She's obviously giving you the master. She doesn't like those orders that you've told her, but yeah, she looks very good. I like this pose, like the base that she's in. Yeah, very sexy looking Maid figure, and she's also a cast off as a bonus. So yeah, very nice looking figure. It's just the chest swap, obviously, so that's perfectly fine. So pretty simple figure, but definitely a very sexy looking figure, especially if you like maids. Tatsu-chan 1/7 by Claynell for 24,980 yen. Very detailed looking figure with a lot of extra bits going on here, with the scarf and the sleeves. The outfit is obviously very sexy, and the pose. The support rod's a bit of a letdown, but you're gonna have to do that for how far leaning she's over, unfortunately. So just gonna put with the support rod. But yeah, the tail's a very nice touch. Like she's some sort of dragon themed character. She's a very sexy dragon themed character. So very good looking figure. 25,000 yen is probably about right as well, especially with all the extra detail you got on here. She's a very good looking dragon lady. Then we got Hololive Productions Haku Koyori 1/7 by Clannel as well, 26,120 yen. Again, this one, November 2025. We got a lot of extra bits here. A very dynamic base. Posing is very good. Obviously, they're going to use bits of the base for these environmental elements as support structures for her. Cause she is obviously potentially leaning quite a bit, or lean over time. But yeah, she looks very good. But it does seem like they've obviously added these floating screens attached to her figure as well. So that's delicate parts you're gonna have to keep watch out for, unfortunately, when you are assembling her. But hair looks really good. Very nicely detailed. A lot of the individual strands are actually carved in, and the figure itself looks very cute. Yeah, very nice looking figure. Hatsune Miku Project Sekai 2022 autumn version by Shibuya Scramble for 26,950 yen. Massive twin tails in her, but I think a lot of them generally are. But twin tails with triangle shards in them as well. So that's different, I suppose. Semi-translucent, blue to pink as well, which is they've done a very good with the gradient, I think. Very nice looking figure. Yeah, good. And it's just another good Hatsune Miku figure. That hair is going to be very hairy, but it looks like they are supporting it with the triangles going to the base. as support pieces. So yeah, not too bad looking figure overall, I think, but a good Hatsune Miku figure. They've not really done any bad Hatsune Miku figures really. Lyricus Recoil, Tanika Inoue birthday illustration by Aniplex, 6,800 yen. Non-scale, so she's going to be on the smaller side, I would expect. 20 centimeters in height, so probably 1/8, 1/7 scale. Yeah, probably 1/8. Very simple figure though. No wonder the price is so low. It's just a very simple figure of her. And then we've also got Chisato as well in her dress. Again, very simple figure, very non-scale. What's 6,900 yen? Perfectly fine. Both December 2025. Then we got a bunch of Tulaveru. We've got Darkness Teardew, Lunatic Darkness version, renewal package by Union Creative, 17,600 yen, September 2025. Yep, it's her in Darkness's outfit. She looks pretty good. Very obviously sexy, very lit, and very well endowed in the chest area with her. So yeah, very good looking figure I think overall. I wish it was cast off, but yeah, you can always wish for so much. Then we've also got Darkness herself, you know, an outfit for 25,200 yen, 220, and this is 1/6. This is scaled, so that she stands at 30 centimeters in height, whereas Lunatic stands or sits, should I say, at 16.5 centimeters. So she's going to be a lot smaller, even though she is a lot on her knees. She shouldn't. She should be a bit taller than that, really, on her knees, since she's generally a larger character, anyways, because she's an adult. So yeah, or adult proportioned compared to Darkness. So yeah, a good looking figure overall. And there's just Darkness in her standard outfit. And then you can also get Mikan Yuiki as well, 16,000 yen. This one is 1/6 though. She's 15 centimeters in height, so maybe yeah, it doesn't say scale here, unfortunately, but I'd expect, considering they're part of the same sort of thing. But yeah, she looks good. So all same sort of styling. Paint job looks perfectly fine. It's Union Creative, so it's going to be perfectly fine. Two Hearts 2, Tamika Kusaka, 20th anniversary version on 7th. Good Smile Company, so I've not seen this series at all. Quite an old series then. 21,800 yen, December 2025. Just a cutesy Neko in a school outfit, I would say. If you don't know the AO's character, treat her as an OC. Looks very cute, very nicely proportioned. Hair looks very nicely done as well. Yeah, perfectly fine. And then we've got Goddess of Victory, Nikkei Noir Black Rabbit, 1/7 by Good Smile Art Shanghai, 25,200 yen, December 2025. Very, very thick and top heavy with her. Very sexy looking figure though. Love the tan, love the outfit, the black and white half and half sort of kimono, or what is, you could say, is a kimono. It's not leaving a lot to the imagination. But yeah, very sexy looking figure. Yeah. Very good. Oh, and looks like you get multiple faceplates because you've got Winky Face and not Winky Face. So that's another bonus, I suppose, for 25,000 yen. Very good, very sexy looking figure. Goddess of Victory. A lot of them that we've seen coming out have been very dynamic and have a lot of extras compared to Azure Lane, obviously, where they're in the standard outfits. So these are definitely very going to give Azure Lane a run for the money, I think, with the Goddess of Victory Nikkei. Then we've got Silent Magician, Yu-Gi-Oh! Artwork Monsters by Mega House, 33,000 yen, November 2025. Those legs will definitely keep me silent, I think, if she squeezes me with those thighs. Very sexy looking figure. The artwork is from the original character is very sexy anyways. Silent Magician. Yeah, I like this a lot. The hair very silvery. I like this. The silver, so semi-translucent. They can do silver quite well, silver hair. So that's perfectly fine. Love the blues, love the outfit, love the pose. Yep, everything looks great with this one. Very good looking Yu-Gi-Oh! Figure. And then we got Lucuria Hell's Paradise, Gabimaru and Yamada by Mega House, 35,200 yen. Single shipment, non-scaled, 20 centimeters in height, approximately. So not the biggest, but obviously, yeah, looks really good, nicely detailed, probably a bit better detailed, and considering it's two figures in one, you're looking at, like, you know, 16,000, about 17,000 yen each, so that's not too bad, to be honest, when you break it down that way for two separate figures, but they're obviously together. It doesn't mention it does have a base. Okay, so you do have a base for them, but you might be able to get them. Hopefully they can stand up without the base, because it doesn't warn you that they requires the base. Sometimes they generally warn you if you require the base for them to stand up because they're off balanced. Then we got Taming in RPG X, Yukizaki Mizuki 1/7 by Alice Glint, 27,980 yen. May 2026. Yep, it's a Taming figure, so very skimpy fit outfit, magical girl kind of aesthetic. Very sexy, dark skinned as well, which is just another bonus. And yeah, she looks really good. She is cast off, it mentions in the text, and they don't show any pictures here of her cast off, so you might have to look at one MFC for that. And then there's a couple of extra versions where you get some extra bits and pieces like wall skulls and whatnot. I'll just go for the box standard one, to be honest, and save as much as you can. But yeah, it does mention here, cast off at your own risk, only remove parts at your own risk. So yeah, so she is cast off, you just don't know how through the photos. So I'd expect the chest to be cast off. Maybe not the bottom half, but the chest area I'd expect to be able to be displayed. Now into the adult section of AmiAmi, there was only one figure by writer, original character Kotono Sasaki in the bunny version of court scale, by binding, 33,000 yen, July 2025. So she has got real tights. I like this character. I like all the writer figures. Especially the Magical Girl ones, Magical Girl series. So I do want to collect all of them. Unfortunately, the month that she's in, I'm pretty packed. Unfortunately, so I won't be pre-ordering her there. Like yeah, the netting is so like fine and obviously so pale, and her skin's so pale. It's very hard to see, but she has got tights on both sides. Just obviously on one side, it goes up to 3/4 of her leg instead of going all the way. So very good looking figure, obviously cast off in the chest area like traditional, which I think is always on display. You don't have an option for casting, actually covering those in this one, unlike some of the other writer figures. But yeah, 33,000 yen, I think is perfect fine. Binding are great manufacturer for caster figures, and they do have done a great job with the writer for Magical Girl series. So definitely worth getting hold of if you, and I'm going to be definitely bookmarking this and keeping an eye out for her in the aftermarket. And then I've looked onto Ninden Games for a couple of other figures that I chose, which were released this week. But in terms of this releasing, you wouldn't expect that they were. So we've got these Creators Collection, original characters, Heroine of Justice Marble 1/5 by Hot Venus and Native for about £200. This is some sort of captured girl in a dungeon. Heroine, obviously, so some sort of captured princess, very well in the chest area, cast off, I think fully cast off as well in the nether region. But yeah, it looks really good. I like the sort of dungeon aesthetic going on here as well. And lying down, you don't have to worry about base, luckily. But yeah, I like the whole position that she's sort of chained up in a dungeon of some aesthetic. And then, as you saw in those other photos, we've also got Chief Villainess, Surlem, 1/5 scale for £200. So sort of like a dark elf tanned girl, again captured as well, gonna go through certain scenarios. But yeah, I like this a lot. She doesn't look like she's fully cast off. It looks like their chest is just going through, so I'm guessing they're always like this in this position. You don't have the option of swapping bits and pieces. But yeah, both look very nice, very sexy looking figures. It doesn't mention about them being cast off, but they are. You do get bonus postcard, which a lot of the native figures you do as well. Like I mentioned in my £1,000 haul that I did about a week ago of the core scales that I got in January. Those two of them are from native, so they did come with a postcard of them. So yeah, that's it in terms of this week. The links for these will be in the description down below. Comment, like, subscribe, and I shall catch you in another video. Thank you.